put your answer sheet back underneath there. Okay, are we all ready? Now, I'm going to put a packet of problems. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
These are for y'all. Thank you.
Okay. Now, the problems are numbered. You'll take the first one on the stack. It says number 1 in the name spot. Close the folder, back up. All right? Now, I'm going to put the folder right here. Don't open the folder until I tell you. You're going to have to, now put your answer sheets back in there. Only take them out when you're ready to mark your answer. All right? Do not open the folder at this time. All right? Now, I'm going to put this right here. Okay? Put this inside here. Now, how are we looking on our shot? Yeah, pretty good. Okay, let me get out here. Comb my 3 hairs that I have left.
We're already broadcasting live. All right, relax and enjoy. It's going to be fun. Yeah, so get up straight and smile.
Quiet on the set. All right, Pat, I'm going to start in front, and then I'll move to the back.
Okay, intro song, then I'll go to you.
All right? I'm going to come in from the side.
Okay, you're going to walk into frame?
I'm going to walk in the
Don't
frame.
follow him, let him walk into frame.
Come in. Ready? All right?
We're on. We're going live.
Hey, how are y'all doing? I'm Mr. Garner, and I'm here to bring you the Hopkins Superstar Bowl today with these 4 teams from the 4th grade. I want to introduce
Tom,
you.
start over.
Okay, here we go again. All right.
That was great, Tom.
All right, I got the bugs out that time. All right.
Live TV.
All right.
Right. Take 2.
Hi, I'm Mr. Garner, and I'm here to bring you the Hopkins Superstar Bowl today with these 4 teams from the 4th grade. I want to tell you a little bit about the Hopkins Superstar Bowl today. You know we're going to be competing. We're going to be competing in math. And these students are going to be taking the TOS math problems just like we take every year. And they're going to be competing and using their skills in mathematics and working together to solve problems. First, what I'd like to do is take a moment and introduce you to our teams. Over here, Team 1. What classroom are you from? Miss McLeod's classroom. What's your name? This is Adrian, Crystal, and Veronica. Back here at Team 2. What class are you from? Miss Lau's class. And they are? Oscar, and Loli, and David. Back there, Team 3. What class are you from? Miss Stockton's class. And you are? Alex, Dominique, and say that again? Savannah. All right, and our last team here, number 4, is from what class? Miss Davida's class. And we have? Richie Zapata, Jamaica, and Felicia Fuentes. And they're all going to be competing today. Now let me tell you just a little bit about our program. what we will be doing today is we will be taking problems, math problems, and they will be solving them in 2 minutes' time. Now, they will have to work together, and when they solve each problem, if it's correct, they will be receiving 3 points. If their answer is incorrect, we will take 1 point away from their total. And our contest this morning is going to be 10 problems long. At the end of the 10 problems, if we have a tie, we have 4 problems that are going to be our tiebreaker problems. Students, do you understand the rules?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, we're about to start, but before we start, I want to address everybody in the school. Today, what we're doing is we're practicing our math skills, but we're doing it in a fun way. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to build the skills of everyone. So all of you out there looking, all of you in 2nd grade, all of you in 3rd grade, remember that these 4th graders sitting up here are taking the toss this year. You're going to be taking the toss in 3rd grade. Watch them. Look at what they're doing. Look at the strategies and think about how they're working together to solve their problems, because that's important. And last but not least, although we're competing, we're all part of a family. And even though we're going to have one champion, it means that because we're competing together, all these folks are going to be winners. There's no losers today. Are we ready to go? All right, let's get the game started. Now, I'm going to go up here. Now, students, in a moment I'm going to say take out the first problem. Now, when I say take out the problem, you can look at the problem, and I'm going to read the problem so everyone out watching us today can see it or hear it. And if you do not understand the problem as I read it, maybe you can think about it a little bit. When I'm done reading the problem, I'm going to start keeping time. When I say time's up, mark your answer. At that time, quickly mark your answer, and I will take your sheet. Everyone hide your answers as you mark. Are we ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready out there? All right, let's get
Yes.
going. Here we go. Students, take out problem number 1. All right. During a recent 4-year period, number 4 answered A. Incorrect. -1. Team number 3 answered A, and it's also incorrect, and it's a -1. All right? Now, yes, sir?
The number is 419,492.
492.
And
Well,
that's
did I read the wrong?
400,400.
Thank you so much, Ricky. Guess what? I'm looking at the answer to the last problem. Thank you, Ricky. Let's change that. Let's change that. We're marking that. And we're going to show 3 points for every team. There they go. Okay. Well, we'll work around that somehow. All right. Here we go. Okay, students, now we've got the bugs out with problem number 1. At this time, all right, take out problem number 2. Mary is 10 years old. She was born before Joe. Julie was born after Mary, but before Joe. Which list names the girls from youngest to oldest? Starting now. Keep your answer on your desk. You answer. One minute. When you're ready. Keep your answers hidden. Raise your hand when you have your answer. Okay? That's fine. You have 30 seconds. Okay. Raise your hand if you're finished. All right. Great. Hand me your answers. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, I want to assure you, if you're watching, that the correct answer to number 2 is C. Team number 2 correctly answered C. Team number 1 correctly answered C. Team number 4 correctly answered C. Team number 3 answered B. So it's -1.
You forgot to put 317. So 26. Say 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I tell you. That is correct. And it's so good I have you students here because I tell you, I'd have some problems if it were just me by myself. Okay, you're doing great. And again, thank you for your help. All right, we're going now. We're looking at problem number 3. Full problem number 3. What is the value of the 6 in the number that you see? number 3 is again C. All right. Team number 2 correctly answered C. Their point total is now 9. Team number 1 correctly answered C. Their point total is now 9. Team number 4 correctly answered C. Their point total is now 9. Team number 3 correctly answered C. Their point total is now 5. All right, you're doing great. You're doing great. Let's go on now to problem number 4. We're moving along. Problem number 4. We're almost halfway to our 10. The school carnival ran out of pennies and nickels to make change and has begun rounding prices to the nearest 10 cents. What will a 64-cent item cost? Speak quietly with your group. Have your answer, raise your hand. All right. Great. Let's pick them up. Thank you. The correct answer to number 4 is B.
Yes.
All right. Team number 2 correctly answered B, and that brings their point totals to 12. Team number 1 correctly answered with a B, and their point total will now be 12. Team number 4 answered correctly with B. Their point total is 12. Team number 3 correctly answered with B, and their point total is 8. All right, students, that's number 4. We're moving on. We're working on a problem at halfway. Number 5. Whole problem number 5. What is the missing number in the pattern? Talk quietly. I see some great strategies going on here as you work together. Everybody raise your hand if you have your answers. Right? Right? And the correct answer, problem number 5, is A. Team number 2 correctly answered A, bringing their point total to 15. Team number 1 correctly answered A, bringing their point total to 15. Team number 4 correctly answered A, bringing their point total to 15. And team number 3 correctly answered A, bringing their point total correctly answered, so that brings their point total to 14. Team number 4 incorrectly answered, and that brings their point total to 14. And team number 3 correctly answered D, bringing their point total to 14. And look at team number 3 came up and is challenging now in second place. Great. That's great. All right. It's getting tough. You're doing hard. You're doing great work. Hang in there. All right. Let's go on to problem number 7. Full problem number 7. It says, Regina started her piano lesson at 4:15. She stopped at 5:45 to have dinner with her family. How long did she practice? Work together. Keep your answer sheet where it's hidden. Okay, keep your answer down. You have 30 seconds. And time is up. Mark your answer sheets, please. All right. With the time problem, the correct answer is C. All right. Team number 2 correctly answered C, bringing their point total to 21. Team number 1 correctly answered C, bringing their point total to 17. Team number 4 correctly answered C, bringing their point total to 17. And team number 3 correctly answered C, bringing their point total to 17. All right, that was problem number 7. Students, pull problem number 8 from the folder. Problem number 8. In gym class, Juanita did 25 push-ups. Lamar did 20 push-ups. And Nancy did one more push-up than both of them together. How many did Nancy do? Those of you who are out there watching right now, do you see the way that these teams are working together? You need to be able to work together to solve problems. Raise your hand if you're answering. All right, I'll collect it. What's the deal? Well, at that time, I want you just to write it, and we'll go ahead and be okay on that. All right? Everybody focus on your own team. Here we go. The correct answer to problem number 8 is A. A. All right? Maria had some pennies. Juan gave her 23 more. Now she has 50 altogether. How many pennies did she have at the beginning? All right, Kings, mark your answer. Here we go. All right. In problem number 9, the correct answer was D. D. All right. Team number 2 answered C. Therefore, team number 2, now their new point total is 23. Team number 1 correctly answered D, bringing their point total to 23 and tied for first. Team number 4 correctly answered D, giving them a point total of 23 and also tied for first place. And team number 3 correctly answered D, bringing their point total to 23. And we're all in a hot contested heat at the top. All right. You're doing great. We're down to our last regular problem. We're down to our last regular problem, pull problem 10. It says a baby elephant weighing 577 pounds and a gorilla weighing 281 pounds are going to be shipped to a zoo. What is the best estimate of their combined weight? Use all your strategies. Use all your strategies. You see these students using the strategies that their teachers have taught them. The teachers in 4th grade have been working on their TOS math with their teams and their classes. You have 30 seconds. Hide your answer as you mark it. Hide your answer as you mark it. Raise your hand if you have your answer marked. All right, here we go. The answer to problem number 10 is B.
Yes!
B. And I can tell those of you who are out watching our show today that we are going to have a problem at the end of this show. All right, team 2 correctly answered B, bringing their point total to a 26. Team number 1. Let me grab our answer sheet here. Thank you, ma'am. All right, team number 1 correctly answered B, bringing their point total to 26. Team number 4 correctly answered B, bringing their point total to 26. Team number 3 correctly answered B, bringing their point total to 26. All right. Now, we've gotten to the point where we're going to go to our challenge question. All right, don't take the question out yet. You're not supposed to take it out until I tell you. Okay? Now, this is very important. All right? For the challenge, right, you're going to have to work a little faster. A little faster. Just a little faster. All right? Now, and in the challenge, we're going to let a challenge correct answer be 5 points. Right? And an incorrect answer be 2 points minus. All right. Here we go. You should have about 14. Okay. All right. Here we go. what we'll do if that's the case. The first entry on our Superstar Bowl trophy will be every fourth grade class tied for champion. And you know what? Isn't that what we want? We want them all to be 100%. Oh, you want it? No. Okay, here we go. All right. Well, that's a good possibility, Mr. Hamilton. Thank you for that technical assistance. All right. Problem number 13. Pull problem number 13. In a certain number, the ones digit is greater than 5. The tens digit is less than 8. And the hundreds digit is 2 less than the ones digit. Which of the following is a reasonable number? Problem number 13. You have 1 minute. Right there. Very challenging problem. You have 30 seconds. Seconds. Contestants, mark your answer, please. All right. The correct answer for problem number 13 is C. C. All right. Team number 4 answered A. That's incorrect, bringing their point total to 34. Team number 2 correctly answered C, bringing their point total to 41. Team number 1, okay, incorrectly answered D, bringing their point total to 34. And team number 3 incorrectly answered and bringing their point total to 34. We have one final question. Question number 14. Question number 14. Here we go. Question number 14. Francois has less than 20 dominoes. If they are in rows of 3, none are left over. If they are in rows of 4, 2 are left over. What is a reasonable number of dominoes? You have 1 minute, 30 seconds for this problem, starting now. Raise your hand if you've answered. Select your ballot. You have 30 seconds. All right. We have all the ballots in. But before I read the final answers to the final question, I just want to say this to you, the contestants, and this to you who are out there watching right now. Our students, our fourth grade students, have worked very hard in this contest. And as you can see from the score, it has been being very, very close. And that tells me that you're working hard trying to improve your math, and that your teachers are working hard trying to help you improve those skills. And I know next year and this year when we take the TOS exam, we're going to do much better in our math. Now, whatever comes out in the end, remember, we're all winners. And the fact that it's all close is telling us that we're all very similar in our abilities right now. Okay? Here we go. The final answer is C. C. And let's see what that does to the score. Team number 2 incorrectly answered B, and that means that their total is 39. We may end up with a 4-way tie. Team number 1 correctly answered C, bringing their point total to 39. Tied with team number 2 for first place. Team number 4 correctly answered C, bringing their point total to 39. Also tied for first place. And team number 3 correctly answered C. And look at this, folks. We have a tie. We have a tie. That's 39. That is just great. Give yourself a hand. That is wonderful. All right. Now, folks, I want to take just a moment. I'm going to ask Mr. Torres to come over here with me. And all of you stand around right here. Come around us. Mr. Torres, our principal. Come around, Mr. Torres. Here you go, sir. We lost it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was challenging, but we had fun. And I'm glad we all ended up in a tie.
Are you?
Yeah. We were all thinking team 2 was going to win this last time. I was thinking it's going to have to be a miracle if we all win.
But you guys did a great job. That was wonderful. Coach, my school had something like this when I was in school. Thank you very much. You want to add something else?
Problem.
They rushed you on one of the problems. According to the scoreboard, you did pretty well. You guys did a great job. Thank you.
Hi, Mom.
Have we got a personality or what?
Hi, Mom. I'm kind of laughing. Oh, no, that's why you like
Just relax, David. You'll do fine.
You're fine.
I'm David Hamilton, H-A-M-I-T.
That's okay. You can start over. That's okay. No problem. Go ahead.
I'm David Hamilton, H-A-M-I-T-L-O.
Okay. Tell me about the game today.
Well, it was kind of hard. The problems were hard.
But I mean, how did
Oh, yeah, we had to work together, and I think it will help me with the cost.
Great.
What about I noticed that everyone was using teamwork skills in here. Everyone was working together and really supporting each other. And I know you guys are practicing to do good on that class test, but I think that teamwork will come in handy in other areas as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it will